stay tuned at the end of this episode for Would You Rather question with Seth.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
It was working. Okay. This episode of our life, I
This
guess.
is episode 2, season 1. Yeah.
The last week we went on what we call redneck adventure, and we went to Mooloolaba Beach on Sunshine Coast. Talk about the redneck.
On the weekend, we wanted to go abseiling down some cliffs because there are like some 70-meter cliffs. And to get there, we had to drive through some redneck territory. Our roommate Seth had told us and warned us that there had been trouble with the rednecks before. They harass people who drive through their hood.
But we were gonna be okay.
So quick side story, in order to get to the bottom of the canyon, you have to go through Bob's property. Seth knows Bob. Bob gives Seth permission, but the rednecks who live just above Bob, their property, you also have to cross through. They do harass people who go through there and yell threats. So anyways, we walked into the canyon, we started our journey.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes in, we started to hear threats and rednecks yelling at us from the top of the hills, threatening to scratch the car.
I was ready to jump in the bush and just hide.
We walked back. We decided to abort the mission.
Hey Mick, how's it going?
Per request of the rednecks, they asked us to have a chat with them at the top of the hill, so we thought there was going to be shotguns and murders and things like that, but none of that happened. They actually turned out to be very soft. You want stuff here?
There's what? We're not lighting any fires. We're just going for a hike.
That's fair, but we're not them. We're just going for abseiling off some rocks.
Yeah, it's private property and we got permission to be there, so you can't tell us not to go there. Because I used to run camps down here all the time, and he got sick of me calling him. He just said, look, if you ever want to come down on my property, bring your mates, that's fine, as long as you're not lighting fires or littering.
Yeah, well they've been looting down there, they've been taking his fucking stuff, mate.
Yeah, that's not us. We're not here to cause any problems, we're just here to go for a hike. That's the number I've got for him. Alright.
It's all good. Have a good one, guys.
They basically were just worried that we were setting fires down there.
But I feel like they still wouldn't have been okay with us going back down, so we ended up leaving.
Because of that, we went over to a park called Spring Bluffs. We had some fun.
Yeah.
We had to kill an hour before the cafe opened.
You actually need to let me down, I don't know how
And that's where we got waffles for breakfast.
Ooh, hell yeah.
From there, we returned home. We experienced our first rain in Australia.
It's pouring.
We made a decision earlier that week on a whim to go to the Sunshine Coast on the Sunday morning. We left at about 8 a.m. to a place called Mooloolaba Beach.
Mooloolaba Beach.
Yeah, we stayed for 4 days.
Yeah.
So when we got there, we asked Google for the weather forecast. Hey Google, what's the weather for the next 4 days in Mooloolaba?
Tomorrow until Friday in Mooloolaba, there'll be thunderstorms.
Great.
Probably the best thing you want on vacation.
At least it's raining. Good for the fires, not good for us. So we gonna eat.
Lots of food.
The temperatures were cool, so we were able to walk around. We weren't in direct sunlight. The clouds were there. You ready for this? Crazy boy. The last day we were actually very surprised that the sun was out, so we spent the whole day in the sun, led to Nick's current sunburn. done yet? Should I be filming?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just boogie boarding.
How's it going?
Caught a couple waves. This is my training for actual surfing.
Come here.
Come here.
Hey, Spyro. You making another guest appearance? Oh, you good
Hi,
boy.
buddy.
Oh, you good boy. Spyro's back. Yeah, you've been in 2 of our videos.
Yeah, Tim's special.
Yeah.
If you had to chew glass or swim in a pool of needles, which would you choose and why?
Full of noodles for sure.
Needles.
Oh, needles?
Yeah.
Probably chew glass. Do I have to swallow?
Yes.
Oh, chew glass.
And why?
Needles is like everywhere, like face, eyes, like.
Okay, but what about your internal organs in the glass?
You chew it up long enough, fine enough, you'll get some discomfort, but it won't kill you.
Okay, great answer.
That's it.
I'll see you guys next week.